Hey everyone, I'm DrHamfist. Let's do this. Probably going to be playing this Silent. We just came off a Silent run that went really well right until it didn't. We got to the final boss and then died right there. Let's go ahead and just run it back as the Silent. Hopefully get a few more defensive options. The problem we ran into last time was we had no block on the turn we died. We were facing 38, which is like over half of our base health. Yeah, and this time we will actually get a starting bonus. Last time I think we were coming off like just a raw win on the final boss and we didn't get a starting option. I'm not sure if it has to be on the same class, like the Silent has to give the Silent a starting bonus. Yeah, lose 50% of your current HP and choose a rare card to obtain. That'd be very tempting for the Ironclad. I think what we're going to do is lose our starting relic. I'm not a huge fan of the draw 2 additional cards on your first turn. It helps a little bit on your first turn. You still only have X energy, usually 3. So you can still only do 3 energy worth of things. So it just gives you a few more options, basically. And then it does nothing for the rest of the fight. So I think this is a relatively bad relic. I think the Ironclad starting relic is far better. So let's just swap that out. And we got White Beast Statue. Potions always drop after combat. Okay, well I need to start using potions then, because I never do that. Ever. Let's try to stay on top of that. This is a ton of unknown events. That's very tempting. I think we might do that. The latest shop would be right here. I think we'd rather hit all these unknowns. I think I'm going to start trying to hit more of those. And this elite. And then we have the option of hitting an extra campfire or more elites. Let's hit more elites, I guess. It's slightly riskier, but I think that should be fine. And if we get like totally trashed on these two, we can head for the shop and then the rest rather than the elite. Let's do this. Please? Okay, thank God. 12 health. So here, the fight is strike, strike on this guy, then defend. I think I've explained that before, but it only works if he has 12 or less health. So we're taking 5 for the first turn here. There are potions that heal you. There's like a regen potion, I think gives you 15 health when you find it. So if we can just run into that one a few times, it might be okay to take a little bit of damage. And then if we weaken him, is he at 5? He's at 5. Okay, so... well, I guess it doesn't matter this turn. Yeah, and last time we had a potion, or sorry, a poison style of build that was relatively good overall, except for its sort of glaring lack of defensive options, which we kind of learned at the end of the second level. We took a lot of damage right before the second boss, and then we took a lot of damage on the second boss. Poison Potion is very fine. Escape Plan is a great defensive card. It doesn't make your deck fatter at all. The other option is we could take Blade Dance and just go in on a Shiv strategy. I think what we'll do is we'll take Escape Plan here. The Blade Dance is somewhat tempting, but when this is 0, gain 3 block and draw a card, this is just a better card. Okay, I don't think we want to take the 12. And in fact, we might just poison him. That seems very frivolous. We're going to get a potion after every fight. And these guys can do a lot of damage to you. The Slavers is a relatively tough early enemy. Ooh, so let's try to draw defend. Oh, Survivor, that works too. Well, yeah, we do want to block the extra 2. Okay. Yeah, the other thing is we can try to stack up potions from normal fights to use on elites and make them easier. This guy's just a bit nasty, so I didn't really want to do that with him. Okay, so he's effectively at 13, so we cannot double strike to get him. And the Survivor gets us to 11, which is not enough either. roll to block all the damage. We are actually just going to block 1 there. Seems a little bit cautious, but I'd rather save that 1 HP. I don't think, yeah. I don't think we'll have any issue killing him next turn anyway, so. Alright, Explosive Potion, deal 10 to all. That's excellent. We're going to hold on to that. If we save these whenever we find them, we can be a little bit riskier into group fights with our deck, which will make it a lot better against bosses, for example. I think we'll take Dagger Throw here. The other option is Poison Stab. Dagger Throw is arguably a better card with the filter option. If we go for Poison Stab, we can go for a Poison build again. Let's try to do the Poison build again, but have a bit more defense. And stack up the Poison slower. Yeah, and then here, I think we're comfortable going to the left. It means we're going to fight an elite, then have 1 campfire, and then fight another elite. I think we're fine with that. We'll try to save whatever potions we can. Alright, so, escape plan. Yeah, whiffs, but we'll take 1 damage. Not the end of the world. Yeah, and the changes to the game when you're in the beta and watching for those, they don't release them in a large bulk like they do from my experience outside of the beta. But I've been seeing some stuff trickle in, and one of the recent changes was to the Ironclad card Warcry. That card used to say, when you first picked it up, before you upgrade it, is what I mean by that. It used to say, pay 1 energy, draw 2 cards, and then put 1 card from your hand on top of your deck. And I've never thought that was acceptable. It just seems terrible at that sort of rate. You pay an energy and then you don't actually do anything, you just sort of move cards around. They've reworked it, so now, before upgrade, it costs nothing. You draw 1, and then you put 1 on top of your deck. And then it still exhausts itself, if that wasn't clear. And then the upgraded version is unchanged. The upgraded version has always been pay nothing, draw 2, put 1 back. And the Ancient Potion. Yeah, and this is also, I've learned, a recent add to the beta. I don't know if it's actually even in the traditional game yet. Here I think we take the escape plan. It doesn't make your deck fatter at all, with the exception of you being limited to X cards a turn or something odd. And it synergizes with itself, and we already have 1, so. We're going to try to go for damaging skills if we can help it. Yeah, so here we don't really need potions, but if we just try to leave, she damages us. So I think we'll pay the 20 just to save the health. And another explosive potion. Okay, so we are fine for group fights. And here is a group fight. Yeah, so they're only swinging 7 at us. I think we do want to double defend, though. Yeah, I think we'll double defend. We'll strike this one. We don't yet have to commit these explosive potions. We don't have to at any point, really, but if we're going to commit them, it's going to be when it makes the difference of killing them that turn or not. And we probably will be committing them this turn, I think. So let's check under the escape plan first. Okay. So strike can clean up this one if we use both of our potions. If we neutralize, how much is he swinging? Okay. Which is more than we could really block, yeah. So let's just use both of these. Just with how much damage is coming in right now. We could take 1 damage. Well, this is a weakened strike, though. So let's just save the health. Yeah, I don't feel too bad blowing both of those potions on this fight. Those potions are very bad as far as like single target damage. So they're not really what we'd want to be doing most of the time. Most bosses and elites. Now granted, we'll probably immediately run into the like triple artifact elite, but usually those potions aren't total all-stars. Draw another strike, please. No. We're still doing fine though. Yeah, we only have 1 poison card right now. So the poison basically falls off as we're trying to cycle our deck and find it again. Poison becomes much better the moment that stops happening. It stops falling off and it's just always stacking up. So we really are looking to get another. And then here's that regen potion. These are very nice to pick up. I don't think we want Bane. I think we'll probably take the acrobatics here. Helps you filter through your deck very fast. It doesn't do anything itself, but if you pull any discard synergies or anything, this can be very good. I'm debating taking none of these, but I think we'll take the acrobatics. Acrobatics is a lot better if you have more energy, and we don't. The one thing it does let you do, on a turn where they're not attacking you, if you have acrobatics, you can pitch a defensive thing and draw for some offense. Or if you draw it with only attacks, you can kind of correct that too. I don't think we'll be drawing only attacks very often. I guess we'll take it. Alright, and then here is... Yes, this guy will be rough for us. And he does have vulnerable. We'll wait until he's swinging with the debuff to activate it, but we're almost undoubtedly going to be doing that. I think we will acrobatics here. Okay. Yeah, basically just hoping to draw something better than Strike, or possibly that 0-cost card that deals damage too. We would only be able to do 2 strikes if we didn't anyway. So I think that's still fine. Yes, we've got Regen and Artifact. Yeah, and this is... You can't really use Escape Plan against this guy. You really just cannot pull that off. Yeah. I think we might just go ahead and activate our Regen Potion. Arguably should have done that last turn, but I've already not, so nothing we can do now. Yeah, this fight doesn't last 5 turns. Like, from when we activated it, we kind of do lose part of it. So we might come out 3 health less for having done that. There's the option of using Survivor here. It blocks 8. He'll get 2 strength. He'll hit us once immediately. If he lives 3 more turns, it only breaks even. I think we'll pass. I could definitely see this fight going long. And the other part about that is the power becomes worse if you become vulnerable, which he can apply. Yeah, so here he's trying to swing vulnerable, so we'll get our block up here. Yeah. And then usually he'll swing a very large attack after this, but I'm wondering if it's just a normal attack. Yeah, it looks like it's just normal. It just seems so large because of the reduced, or I guess like increased damage you take from vulnerability. This is where I think this defend is correct. It'll give him 2 strength, but even if he swings twice more into us, we still come out with 1 more. So I think this is fine here. The escape plan is not. Even if it triggered and gave us 3, it would still make us take 1 more probably. Unless we clean him up right here. Which well, I think we've just done that actually. I wasn't confident we would do it though. Yeah, so we did end the fight with 1 regen left, which is a way of saying we did lose 3 health for not activating that potion soon enough. But I think it's still fine. Yeah, so we've got our Ring of the Snake back. It's just using a, artist formerly known as sort of tag now. And then here I think we want Deadly Poison. Especially with us having skill synergy, Deadly Poison is a lot better than the Deadly or Poisonous Strike or whatever it is. I can't even remember. But we'd much rather have that skill that does like a little bit more poison. And then is a skill as far as our escape plan checks. We probably want to actually kill the slime first. Usually you want to kill whoever has the least health, which would be this fungi beast. But when you take him out, he gives you 2 turns of vulnerable. So I think we'll try to kill the slime first. That doesn't mean we won't... Well, I guess this turn, it's only 1 week on neutralize, so it doesn't matter where we throw it. So I guess we'll just use it for damage here. Let's first check under escape plan. Okay. Yeah, I think we just totally unload here. And then hopefully can take him out next turn. Yeah, so Frail is somewhat annoying. Ooh. Okay. This is still a relatively bad hand. One strike cleans him up. And then we don't have enough to actually kill him, even if we use the energy potion. So we'll just take 4 this turn. And then Deadly Poison in 2 turns becomes 7 damage, so it is better than Strike here. Yeah, Deadly Poison is better than Strike, with the exception of trying to kill them that exact turn. Which is to say, Deadly Poison is very much better than Strike. Then here, he's just dead to pass. Okay. So we're quite low health. Probably going to rest at the campfire. Do we want an Alchemize? We do not. Hint. We already have the White Beast statue, and I barely remember to use my potions as it is. Deadly Poison, I think, is fine, though. And now we really need to get some defensive options. I do think we rest here. I don't want to go into that next elite without a bit more health, so let's rest here. We're going to get a relic from the chest. Ooh. If you end your turn without block, you gain 6 block. That's not bad. I think usually we will be ending our turn with block, but it gives us a little bit of an option to go all in. Yeah, so here I think we do just go totally all out. We've drawn enough damage that I think we do. Sometimes it makes sense to avoid breaking his armor, which wakes him up and stuns him. But this turn we've got a lot of damage in our hand, so let's just go ahead and open it. We probably actually should have used an energy potion to get another strike in there. I don't know how often we'll actually be able to use these, just drawing 5 cards a turn, but... Okay. I think we'll Acrobatics this turn. And probably just pitch a strike. Let's see, we want to get... So we got 3, he's at 18. Yeah, so I guess like Survivor Defend gets us to only taking 2. Yeah, I think what we're going to do here is Survivor Defend and then use the potion to make sure we can get 8 more poison on him. Very quickly going to pay for itself there in how much health we save by committing that potion. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and use the other potion too. So we're going to take another 3. Hopefully he stops swinging for so much soon, but... It is an elite. You should basically assume you're going to take damage fighting elites, at least early. If your deck has really come together, maybe not then, but... Oh, that's right. So this guy gets really out of hand if you don't do a lot of damage quickly. We basically have succeeded in doing that. Looking for some defensive options. So here, we can apply 4 more poison. So what's the math on this? So you can take 14 and then 13 would be 27. So I don't think... Yeah, I don't think Deadly Poison impacts how quickly he'll die. Well, we can attack him next turn. So if we Deadly Poison, it goes up to 18, and then 17 would be 35. So he's basically guaranteed dead next turn. The other option is we block and only take 3. So we have the option of taking 4 to be much more likely to actually kill him next turn. I think we'll do that. I think this has very low variance. We're basically just going to take the 7 here, and then there's almost no way we don't get him. Yeah. Okay, that seems fine. Yeah, and in the event that we didn't actually have him, we probably would have had so much block that we'd be fine. So every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. It's pretty useless to us right now. Works really well with the Shiv strategies, but that's not doing much. And I actually didn't read this. Yeah, Fire Potion is deal 20. And here we go. I think backflip. Well, actually, I mean, we've got this Ornamental Fan. Infinite Blades works really well with that. I think we take it. It doesn't dilute our deck much because you play it once and then you'll never have to redraw it. I think this is fine. Okay. So the question here is, do we hit an unknown event and then 3 more and then a campfire? Or do we hit a campfire, 3 unknown events, and a campfire? And whichever way we go, what are we doing with them? I think we save the option of healing here. I don't think we would heal right now. So the question is, do we take an upgrade or do we take an unknown event? I think we take an upgrade. Yeah, so this one's the one that doesn't do much when you upgrade it. Deadly Poison goes to 6. Acrobatics, not much of a difference there. Escape Plan's not huge either. I think Neutralize would be a tempting option. 2 more turns, or an extra turn a week. None of these are, like, totally amazing. I think the Neutralize would be what we'd want to go for. The Infinite Blades is actually an option. I think the question is, do we want to upgrade the Weaken card or go for a random unknown event? I think we're actually going to take the Weaken card. The Neutralize. I think the extra turn a week is pretty good. You always play this whenever you find it. So there's no question of, you know, sometimes you upgrade a card, it's like, well, am I actually going to spend the energy doing that when I draw it? The answer with this one is always yes. And we did find a late shop without actually, you know, earning it by pathing for it. So that's nice. Do we have cards we want to remove? I don't think we really do. Yeah, we really don't have any total junk. I mean, the strikes would be an option. Heel Hook works very well with Ornamental Fan if we start going for some actual weak cards. We don't really have any weak cards yet. We also can't afford any of the relics. Bouncing Flask is a good card, but I think I had too many in my last deck. We might try to avoid that here. Eviscerate costs 1 less for each card you've discarded this turn. So not this game, but this turn. That's actually not that impressive to me. I don't think we care about Enlightenment. I don't think we care about Dark Shackles. The Heel Hook is questionable right now, but we can build around it later. And then we can go for like Envenom to work with the Shivs and Heel Hooks. Because we have 197, we can take Heel Hook and Venom. These aren't all-star cards right now, but they're build around cards that we can start building around. I think we'll do this. This isn't necessarily correct to do, but... And the other thing is we're not going to get many... Here we go. Just another upgrade. We're not going to get many new cards before the boss fight, so this boss fight might be very scrappy. Also, there's a helicopter or a plane. I don't know if it's coming through on the mic. I hope it's not. So we already upgraded weak so that we have as much weak as we possibly could ever have. I think we might upgrade Envenom, because we really don't want this rolling around in our deck, and we want to be able to play it, and paying 2 for it's very tough. So upgraded Envenom costs half to get rid of it, so you don't, you know, filter it through, draw it off Escape Plan or something. I think we actually will upgrade this. You only get the discount 1 time, but having this rolling around in our deck and being unable to pitch it could be very bad for us. Okay, and then Living Wall. I don't know if I've seen this. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. And if you want to pass, then you must grow. So, I think upgrade a card or remove a card. The other option is transform and just hope you luck out with what you get. What would we upgrade if we upgrade? We may transform a strike. Strike is not an all-star in this list. If we get a skill, it works better with escape plan. Almost anything that isn't strike would be better than strike. The other option is just for getting a strike. I don't think any of these are amazing when upgraded. So the question is, do we want to forget a strike or transform a strike? There are plenty of cards that we could roll that are just bad for our deck. But if we roll one that's good for our deck, it's much better. If we have to remove it in the end, like whatever card the strike transforms into, that's not worse than just removing the strike itself later. So it's kind of like we just did nothing with this event. But the option to roll something very good is there too. So let's try this. Oh, Infinite Blades. I'm happy with that. I'll take that over a strike any day. Alright, here. How good is our deck defensively? The moment that we get both Infinite Blades going, pretty good chance we can activate Ornamental Fan every turn, which is 4 extra block. Do we want to upgrade? I think upgrading Infinite Blades is a terrible choice, but once we go through our deck once, we'll already have that up and running. So if we're upgrading a card, what do we upgrade? I think Escape Plan's an option. The third thing is just like a Deadly Poison. I think we should upgrade our defensive cards. I think last time we went all in on Poison. It didn't really work out. We've done a pretty good job of going towards a lot of skills. Like we've gotten Heel Hook as an attack. All the powers tier, they don't stay in your deck. So like long term, they don't matter as far as odds of Escape Plan working. So we've pulled 1 attack that'll stay in our deck, and then we've gotten rid of 1 strike. So we basically have the 6 attacks that you always start with as the silent. And then our 21 card deck has 18 cards that won't get removed. So 2/3 chance of Escape Plan working. The thing is, this can whiff, and it's only 2 block. Survivor might be a better option. Or it might be correct to just heal. I think what we'll do is upgrade Survivor. The other option would be in Acrobatics, just to filter through the list really quickly. I'm worried if we draw too many things, we'll draw powers that we can't play the turn we want to play them. So we have 3 powers. They all cost 1, but we do have 3 powers. Let's try Survivor. This will give us a lot of turns where we can play Survivor and nothing else. Like in just attacks otherwise. Because you pretty much will always play Survivor if you have it and defends. Because Survivor is just better. This ensures you have more turns where you only spend 1 energy defending yourself. Alright. So 42 health with 1 Fire Potion. Ooh, Fire Potion is actually very, very good into this guy. So let's avoid applying too much poison, because that can make it very difficult to split him precisely. So I think for this turn, defend, Infinite Blades is totally fine. And then we'll see, what is he doing to us? Draw reduction. Okay, and then Unknown. I think this is where he's charging up for a super attack. Well, I think we definitely want the Infinite Blades working. Yeah, we couldn't get any weak going for that Heel Hook. So I think this turn he's swinging a ton at us. I think we have 2 shifts per turn. Yeah, this is already relatively rough. Okay, So I don't think we're going to be able to trigger the ornamental fan this turn, but I don't think we want to. The question is if we want to do Survivor, Defend, and Venom as our energy, and just pitch the Acrobatics. I think that's fine. I mean, if we play Acrobatics, we may draw, what, another Defend? I guess the Weaken card. We have a 3 out of 5 chance of drawing Neutralize. That'd actually be very good here. We also could draw the Escape Plan. So if we pass up the Envenom, we can do that. I think that's fine. Okay. No way we're doing the Strike, is there? No. I don't think so. Well, I know we're not doing 2 Defense, so... And then this Escape Plan is either going to roll Neutralize or Deadly Poison. So it's either going to give us block or it's going to let us weaken him. Weaken is actually better and would block more, so we didn't get it naturally. Yeah, so we can Shiv, and then we have the option of striking and gaining 4 block rather than using the Defend. I don't think we're using the poison here. So we take 1 more damage to get 6 in. I think that's fine. Yeah. Alright. Well, we're taking a lot. And when he splits, it might be a little bit tough. Yeah, we're not doing amazingly. Yep, here's that Neutralize that wouldn't show up for us. I think we're definitely going to hit him with this. Yeah, we're definitely going to hit him with that. And then Survivor's going to be enough. And we have a Strike. I guess we can play Acrobatics. Okay, so here's what we can do. Yeah, there's no way we're going to be using this Defend. Let's see if we can't roll... Actually, hold on. We have Orichalcum, which is going to block this 6 already. And the question is, do we want to put the poison up first? It'll be 3 poison. We're going to be dealing 14. 70 is the magic number. I think we're fine getting some poison on him. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Ornamental Fan will activate if I attack twice. I need to be careful. Let's use Escape Plan, and then we can... Okay. We could have attacked if we got the Escape Plan to work. Yeah, so I think we still want to do double strike, or sorry, double Shiv rather than 1 strike, so let's just use this. Yeah, that turn was awkward. I decided to use Orichalcum, and then I realized I couldn't use Orichalcum because of Ornamental Fan. And that 2 damage actually could make a big difference, so we want to play around that. Alright, so this is perfect. He is spinning up the super attack. We can stun him next turn by splitting him and not get hit by the super attack. So he's doing nothing this turn. We just want to be very precise in getting him close to 70. And Split says when HP is at or below. So 50% would trigger, so 70 would trigger. So we need to make sure he's not 70 or below. So 71 would be ideal. He's at 1 poison right now, so he's at 96, and then every poison will be 1 additional damage. So he's at 96, we can deal down to 71, so we can deal 25 damage. So here's 5, so 20. Let's peek under this. So 20. These are going to be dealing 5 because of the Envenom. This is 7. These are just raw 4. But poison is better than just dealing normal damage because it'll help next turn too. So he's at 20. These are high priority to use. So 16 remaining, 12 remaining, and then we can use both of these to get a little bit more poison. Actually, I guess we can Shiv Strike. No, we cannot. It'd be 5-7. So I think Shiv. Yeah, so he's at 72. And then next turn we're going to crack him with Fire Potion and absolutely everything we've got. I'll be interested to see how this works, if he will actually take poison damage before splitting. My assumption would be yes. I don't know that totally for a fact, though. Definitely hoping, though. So he's either at 33, or he'll take 18 damage and be at 15. Okay, please 15. Yes! That's so crazy. Alright, you think we got this? Anybody here think we got this? I think we got this. Alright, this guy will split into 3 health. This guy will just die. Alright, so that's an example of getting your work done ahead of time. It's the opposite of procrastination. Alright, that was a very, very clean boss fight. Short of us taking one large hit early, that was just a total stomping. Die, adrenaline, or unload. And adrenaline is gain 1 energy, draw 2 cards, and exhaust. It's a skill which works with our other skill synergy stuff. I don't think we like unload. I don't think we like die. Die is not a terrible option. It exhausts itself, so it's a hedge against multi-enemy encounters. We can try to save that exploding potion if we find any more. It might not be the end of the world if we just avoid this. This is better against bosses. We'll take that. And our choice of relic, we can get the Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal for 2 whenever you enter a rest site. That's not bad. Question card. On card reward screens, choose from 4 instead of 3. It's also not bad. And the Philosopher's Stone. I don't think we'll take the Philosopher's Stone here. Yeah, I don't think it works terribly well with this deck. The question is Eternal Feather or Question card. Question card is much better if you get it earlier. And this is the earliest you can get it, short of rolling it instead of this White Beast statue we got from Niao. Eternal Feather is decent. It works well with fatter decks. Our deck's not terribly fat. We hit several unknown events. We did still end up with like 10 cards picked up from the first floor. So this would say like heal for 8 right now, but it's only going to get better the longer we play. It would let us upgrade more cards. I think we're going to do this and just have better cards for the rest of the run. So for the next 2 stages, or acts, or whatever you'd call them, I think it's called levels, we'll get better cards some of the time. I don't know how often this is actually impactful, but it does let us make our deck more specific. So let's try it. And then next time, we'll take on the Collector. I don't actually know if I know who that is. Yeah, so we'll take on the Act 2 boss, the Collector, with this somewhat Poison Central deck. Definitely has better defensive options than last time, so should hopefully go relatively well. See you then.